Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery.
It was asked, what was she looking forward to the most? And she said, what she is looking forward to the most is experiencing it through the eyes of Blue. Remember, Beyonce said that she created an alter ego for when she performed. And when she would start to perform, when she would go on stage, Sasha Fierce would take over.
Talked about the whole night. B is here. Beyonce is officially here at the Met Gala. Now, B, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely, he was ready.
Beyonce and Jay-Z could be facing a major family controversy, and Blue Ivy's longtime nanny is reportedly right at the center of the discussion. According to online claims, the nanny, whose identity has allegedly been kept private for security reasons, shared materials that some people believe point to Beyonce preparing Blue Ivy for a powerful future role in the entertainment world. These rumors quickly gained attention because Beyonce has already been the subject of countless internet theories and speculation over the years. Now, critics are pointing to a past Met Gala appearance as supposed evidence for these claims. According to the theory, Beyonce's dramatic skeleton-inspired gown symbolized a major personal transformation, while Blue Ivy's bridal-style look was interpreted by some online commentators as representing a new chapter or symbolic passing of the torch. These claims remain unverified, but they have definitely sparked plenty of debate and raised eyebrows across social media. The speculation didn't stop there. Online commentators also focused on several comments Beyonce reportedly made about Blue Ivy being ready, and those remarks immediately got people talking. The biggest question was simple: ready for what? While no clear explanation was given, social media users began creating their own theories, connecting those comments to long-running rumors and entertainment industry speculation. What really pushed the conversation into overdrive was where these remarks were allegedly made. For years, the Met Gala has been surrounded by internet theories, with some people claiming the event carries deeper symbolism than what appears on the surface. There is no evidence to support those claims, but that hasn't stopped online discussions from taking off. Since this was Beyonce's first Met Gala appearance in years, some viewers began questioning why she chose this moment to return and why so much attention seemed to be centered on Blue Ivy's presence.
Blue Ivy at the Met Gala was quite strange, and everyone's been talking about it because it seemed to the masses that Beyonce was auctioning off Blue. And honestly, I don't doubt that theory.
The debate became even louder when people started comparing the situation to the event's strict policies regarding younger attendees. Some critics pointed out that exceptions at high-profile events often attract extra scrutiny and spark questions online. While many believe Blue's attendance was simply tied to Beyonce's status and influence, others continued pushing secretive industry theories. None of those claims have been verified, but they certainly added another layer to a controversy that was already getting plenty of attention. As the rumors continued spreading online, many people pointed back to Beyonce's comment that Blue was ready, a statement that quickly became a talking point across social media. Since the meaning behind the remark was never clearly explained, viewers started offering their own interpretations and theories, leading to even more discussion. Then there was the outfit itself. In fact, Beyonce reportedly appeared in 2 different looks, and both had fans closely examining photos, replaying clips, and searching for hidden meanings. The amount of attention these fashion choices received was hard to ignore. The first look was a skeleton-inspired gown that some observers connected to Creole artist Caroline Duriot's 1944 artwork, The Visitor, also known as Night Visitor. The piece features a skeletal figure dressed in elegant clothing while standing at a doorway and ringing a bell. Because of its unusual imagery, many people have viewed the artwork as representing themes of change, mystery, or major life transitions, which only fueled more online speculation. Once people made that connection, the questions started pouring in. Many online commenters wondered why Beyoncé would choose a fashion look linked by some viewers to such dark and mysterious imagery. Whether the connection was intentional or not, it quickly became one of the biggest talking points surrounding her appearance. Then, attention shifted to her second outfit inside the gala. The look, reportedly designed by Robert One, sparked another wave of reactions across social media. Fans and critics alike began breaking down every detail, from the dramatic styling to the bold fashion choices. The long nails, sharp design elements, and dark, glamorous presentation had some viewers convinced there was deeper symbolism behind the look. Ty Hunter was also reportedly connected to the styling of the extra-long nails, which became a major topic online. Some people described them as claw-like, while others pointed to the crystal patterns and intricate details on the outfit as possible hidden references. There's no evidence supporting those theories, but that didn't stop internet detectives from analyzing every frame and photo. As usual, once social media spots something dramatic, mysterious, and visually striking, speculation spreads fast. Part of the reason these conversations gain so much attention is that unusual rumors about Beyoncé have circulated online for years. While none of these claims have been proven, they have remained a recurrent topic in certain corners of the internet. The discussion grew even larger when former drummer Kimberly Thompson, who had worked with Beyoncé for years, left during the On the Run 2 era and later made several serious allegations that attracted widespread media attention. Kimberly Thompson alleged that Beyoncé was involved in unusual spiritual practices behind the scenes and claimed that after leaving her position, she felt increasingly uncomfortable and concerned about certain situations in her life. According to Kimberly, those concerns became serious enough that she sought legal protection because she believed her personal safety could be affected. These allegations were never proven, but they generated significant attention at the time. Public reaction was sharply divided. Some people dismissed Kimberly's statements and questioned her credibility, while others wondered why similar rumors seemed to resurface around Beyoncé so often. Because of that history, when Beyoncé later appeared in highly dramatic, symbolism-heavy fashion looks, online commentators immediately began to connect the dots and create new theories, whether justified or not. After the controversy exploded, Kimberly largely stepped away from the spotlight. Many observers noted that the intense backlash she received after speaking out made her far less likely to discuss the situation publicly for years afterwards.
A lot of y'all had some good points that I've seen in some videos on this discussion, and I wrote them down and I'm going to go over a few of them. One of the main points that I seen was that blue shoes matched with Beyonce's dress, symbolizing that she was walking in her mother's shoes now. And I thought that was very interesting to see because her shoes really did match her mother's dress. I don't know it didn't even correlate with her dress.
According to Kimberly, the situation became so overwhelming that she felt forced to step back from public discussions for a period of time. She claimed that she experienced negative attention and hostility after making her allegations, which made her reluctant to continue speaking about the controversy. These claims have not been independently verified, but they remained part of her account of what happened. A few months ago, however, Kimberly returned to the conversation and shared more of her perspective. She stated that she regretted working with Beyoncé and claimed that since speaking out, her career opportunities have become much more limited. According to Kimberly, professional contacts stopped reaching out, projects became harder to secure, and she felt excluded from opportunities within the entertainment industry. These are her personal allegations and have not been proven. Kimberly also expanded her claims by mentioning Solange, which immediately drew even more attention online. Social media users began revisiting old rumors, internet stories, and celebrity gossip that had circulated for years. Some commenters pointed to past online disputes involving various celebrities and used them to support their own theories. However, these claims remain unverified, and much of the discussion has been driven by speculation rather than confirmed facts. Even so, the renewed allegations quickly became a major topic across social media platforms. During the online drama involving Nicki Minaj, some social media users turned their attention to Solange after she shared a series of artistic and symbolic images on Instagram. Because of the timing, people immediately began speculating about whether the posts were connected to the ongoing conversation. Some commenters interpreted the images as a subtle message directed at critics of her family, while others argued they were simply creative posts being taken out of context. Either way, the internet quickly ran with the story. The rumors gained even more attention when popular blogger Storm Monroe discussed Beyoncé and her influence within the entertainment industry. He referred to her as a powerful figure in Hollywood and suggested that her public image is connected to symbolism and themes that fans have analyzed for years. These opinions generated plenty of debate online, especially among people who already followed celebrity conspiracy theories. Storm also argued that Beyoncé receives an unusual amount of support and recognition within the industry, which led some critics to question how she maintained such a dominant position.
Also, side note, I thought it was so coincidental that Beyonce's headpiece was in my dream that I had about her that I spoke to you guys about before, where she was on that stage levitating and doing some demonic ritual thing, and but it was gold in my dream. And when I seen this in real life, I gasped. I was like, that was in my dream. It was something ritualistic about that, and she was like doing some hypnosis.
From there, online discussions expanded to include her family, with some commenters comparing the public visibility of Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir. However, many of the claims circulating online about Beyoncé's children are purely speculative and unsupported by evidence. Despite that, the theories continued spreading across social media and celebrity gossip circles, keeping the controversy alive. Once those comments started circulating online, many people began revisiting Beyoncé's older interviews and performances, looking for anything they felt might support the theories. One topic that came up repeatedly was Sasha Fierce, the stage persona Beyoncé famously created early in her career. Beyoncé has explained that Sasha Fierce was an alter ego that helped her perform with confidence, especially since she described herself as naturally shy off stage. Still, the way she talked about transforming into that performance character became a major discussion point for some viewers.
In one widely shared quote, Beyoncé said, "Right before I performed for the BET Awards, I raised my hands and it was the first time I felt something else come into me. I knew that was going to be my coming out night at the award show." Supporters viewed the comment as a performer describing a creative mindset, while critics interpreted it differently. The quote has continued to fuel debate for years. The controversy grew even larger when former dancer Khadijah Cherie publicly made a series of serious allegations against Beyoncé. Khadijah claimed that negative events in her personal life were connected to conflicts that arose after she distanced herself from Beyoncé. These allegations were not proven, but they generated significant attention online and became the subject of intense discussion across social media platforms. Khadijah spoke passionately about her concerns and expressed frustration over what she believed had happened, leading many people to follow the story closely and debate the claims for themselves. One post that circulated online contained a series of dramatic accusations and emotional statements directed at Beyoncé. The message quickly spread across social media, with users debating its meaning and questioning whether any of the claims had merit. Despite the attention it received, none of the allegations were substantiated, and the post became yet another piece of celebrity controversy that fueled online speculation. What made the situation even more talked about was the timing. The comments surfaced just weeks before Blue Ivy appeared at a major public event, leading some internet users to revisit old rumors and wonder whether there was any connection between the different stories. Others argued that people were simply linking unrelated events together because of the intense spotlight surrounding Beyoncé and her family. As for the nanny mentioned in various online discussions, her identity has reportedly remained private. Supporters of that decision argue that staying anonymous helps avoid unwanted attention and harassment. According to circulating rumors, the nanny allegedly made claims about Blue Ivy's future role in the entertainment industry and suggested that she was being prepared for greater public visibility. However, no evidence has been presented to verify those allegations. Naturally, social media users had plenty of opinions. One person wrote, "B is a skeleton, meaning her time is ended and now she's living through Blue." Another commented, "Honestly, in my opinion, what I see is a transfer of legacy or destiny, and Beyoncé isn't fully in the picture anymore." These reactions reflect the theories being shared online, though they remain personal interpretations rather than established facts. And those weren't the only reactions making the rounds online. As the theories kept spreading, more people started digging into old interviews, award show moments, and behind-the-scenes clips, convinced they could find clues hidden in plain sight. Every time Blue Ivy appeared at a public event, social media users seemed ready to analyze every detail, from her expressions to her interactions with her parents.
Else people have been saying is that Sasha Fierce has been being transferred, or has been transferred to Blue, because you notice this sort of aura that Blue is giving, this confidence that usually Beyonce would carry, but it would look like she was sad, nervous, shaky, and down and about something. It just seemed off. But Blue just was like ready. Another thing people kept pointing out is that she did keep pointing everything back to Blue. She kept saying, she's ready. Blue's ready. Yeah, I'm here for Blue. I'm looking through the eyes of Blue. That was signaling something so much more deeper, actually.
Some commenters argued that Blue's growing confidence in the spotlight was completely normal, especially considering she has spent her entire life around major performances, red carpets, and global audiences. Others, however, insisted there was something bigger happening behind the scenes and pointed to her increase in visibility as proof of their theories. Of course, none of these claims have been backed by evidence, but that hasn't stopped the speculation from gaining traction online. The conversation got even louder when fans started comparing recent appearances to older family photos and public events. According to some internet detectives, the shift in how often Blue is seen at high-profile gatherings shows that Beyonce and Jay-Z may be preparing her for a larger public role in the future. Supporters see it as a natural evolution, while critics view it through a much more suspicious lens. Either way, one thing is clear: every new appearance seems to spark another wave of debate, and the internet doesn't look ready to let this story go anytime soon. That non-stop attention has also led people to re-examine how Blue Ivy's public image has changed over the years. When she was younger, Beyonce and Jay-Z were known for keeping their family life relatively private. Public appearances were limited, interviews about their children were rare, and fans only got occasional glimpses into their world. Because of that, some observers were surprised when Blue gradually began stepping into the spotlight more often. The shift became especially noticeable as Blue started appearing at major events, joining her parents at award shows, and even earning recognition for her own creative projects. Supporters praised her confidence and talent, saying she was simply following a path that made sense given her upbringing. Others questioned whether the increased visibility was part of a larger strategy to build her public profile from an early age. Online discussions intensified when people began comparing Blue's appearances to those of other celebrity children. Some argued that her level of exposure was no different than what happens in many famous families, while critics claimed she seemed to be receiving an unusual amount of attention and responsibility. Those differing opinions created yet another debate that spread across social media platforms. As more clips, photos, and interviews resurfaced, every small detail became a topic of conversation. Whether people viewed Blue's rise as a natural progression or something more calculated, the speculation continued growing, adding another layer to an already complicated story.
I cannot make this stuff up. Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft, tapping into her phone bill, and basically controlling her finances. She's saying the Beyonce camp is put up a huge ethnic campaign against her, and it's overall witchcraft. She's sought a restraining order in the past. It got denied, and she has another one scheduled for October 11th, but the internet is just like, what? Excuse me? And, I was just at the Beyonce concert last week in Houston. It was definitely a religious experience.
As those debates continued, attention started shifting beyond Blue herself and toward the people around the family. Online communities began examining comments from former associates, old industry interviews, and stories that had been circulating for years. The goal for many of these internet investigators was simple: figure out whether there was a larger pattern behind all the rumors or if people were connecting dots that didn't actually belong together. One thing that kept coming up was the way stories about major celebrities often take on a life of their own. A single comment, an unusual outfit, or even a brief appearance at an event can quickly turn into days of speculation. In Beyonce's case, some fans argued that her global fame naturally attracts theories, while critics insisted there must be a reason the same topics keep resurfacing over and over again. The discussion became even more intense when users started compiling timelines of past controversies, public statements, and viral moments. Some believed the timeline revealed a carefully managed public image, while others said it simply showed what happens when one of the world's most famous entertainers spends decades in the spotlight.
Depending on who you ask, the exact same set of events can lead to completely different conclusions. What's interesting is that the more people try to explain the story, the more questions seem to appear. Instead of settling the debate, each new theory often creates another one, keeping the conversation alive and ensuring that every new development gets examined from every possible angle. And while people were busy building timelines and connecting old stories, another question started gaining attention online. Why do so many rumors seem to follow certain celebrities for years without ever fully disappearing? In Beyoncé's case, supporters argue that being one of the most recognizable figures in entertainment means every move gets magnified, analyzed, and sometimes completely reinterpreted by the public. Critics, however, believe there's a reason some topics continue resurfacing. They point to interviews, fashion choices, performances, and public appearances that have sparked discussion in the past, claiming those moments leave enough room for speculation to thrive. Whether those interpretations are fair or not, they have helped keep countless theories alive across social media, blogs, and celebrity discussion forums. At the same time, many observers have noted that internet culture plays a huge role in how these stories spread. A single viral post can inspire thousands of reactions, video breakdowns, and comment threads within hours. Before long, opinions start getting repeated so often that some people begin treating speculation as established fact, even when there's little evidence to support it.
Witch, she's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. She is a daughter of, I believe, either a daughter of Oshun or Yemaya. I go back and forth. I feel like it's Oshun though, but if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. But nonetheless, she's a high-ranking witch. Okay, how many people have come out and said, "Hey, shit, my cat started dying. Beyonce did this to me. I saw Beyonce do that." Like this is nothing new.
That's why every new appearance by Beyonce, Jay-Z, or Blue Ivy seems to generate another wave of analysis. Photos are examined, comments are dissected, and even the smallest details become talking points. Whether people see these discussions as harmless curiosity or over-the-top speculation, one thing remains true. The conversation keeps growing, and the spotlight on the family shows no signs of fading anytime soon. As the conversation kept expanding, some online commentators began focusing on another detail they found interesting: the way Blue Ivy has increasingly been viewed as a public figure in her own right, rather than just as the daughter of two global superstars. To many fans, this transition was inevitable. Growing up around major tours, award shows, and high-profile events naturally placed her in a unique position that few people could ever relate to. Others, however, saw the situation differently. They argued that every public appearance seemed carefully planned, and Blue's growing presence in the media was happening faster than expected. From red carpet moments to special appearances alongside her parents, each event sparked fresh discussions about what role she might play in the entertainment world in the years ahead. What made the debate even more intense was the fact that Blue often appeared comfortable and confident in front of cameras. Supporters pointed to that confidence as proof that she was simply developing her own identity and becoming more comfortable with public attention. Critics, meanwhile, interpreted the same moments as signs that she was being prepared for a larger future in the spotlight. The same images led to completely different conclusions depending on who was doing the analysis. As a result, every new photo, appearance, or headline seemed to reignite the discussion. Instead of the rumors fading away, they continued evolving, with new theories replacing old ones and fresh questions emerging every time the family made a public appearance. The story had grown far beyond a single event and was now becoming an ongoing topic of conversation across social media and entertainment circles alike. With so many theories already circulating, it didn't take long for people to start examining the reactions of Beyoncé's fans as well. One thing that both supporters and critics seem to agree on is that her fan base is one of the most passionate in entertainment. Whenever a new rumor surfaces, social media quickly turns into a battleground of competing narratives, with one side defending Beyoncé and the other trying to uncover what they believe are hidden details. Supporters argue that many of the claims being shared online are built on assumptions rather than facts. They point out that celebrity gossip often grows far beyond its original source and can take
take on a life of its own. From their perspective, much of the speculation surrounding Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Blue Ivy is simply another example of how internet rumors spread when a family's constantly in the public eye.
But you got to understand, when it comes to Illuminati, to this industry, one person replaces the other. Madonna's old. Madonna is almost done. And Madonna is a very high ranking witch. She is a high priestess. That's just pretty much what it is. Of course, the main thing Madonna practices is Kabbalah, but then there's different versions of Kabbalah, just like there's different versions of African spirituality. But then I also believe that in addition to African spirituality, I do believe that Beyonce is into dark magic and black magic as well. Her and Jay-Z, and we're just gonna leave.
Critics, on the other hand, believe the continued interest proves there are still unanswered questions. They argue that every time one rumor fades away, another discussion appears to replace it, keeping the spotlight firmly fixed on the family. Whether those questions are meaningful or not, they continue to generate millions of views, comments, and debates across multiple platforms. What's fascinating is how the story has evolved over time. What began as a discussion about a few public appearances has transformed into a much larger conversation about celebrity influence, public perception, and the power of online speculation. And with new content, interviews, and appearances constantly emerging, the chances of the discussion ending anytime soon seem pretty slim. Some of the most extreme theories online have gone even further, with certain commenters claiming that Blue Ivy is being prepared for a major future role, and that symbolic moments from public appearances somehow point to a passing of influence from one generation to the next. Others have interpreted Beyoncé's recent fashion choices, public comments, and family appearances as signs of a larger transition taking place behind the scenes. However, it's important to note that these claims are based on speculation and personal interpretations rather than verified facts. At the end of the day, the internet has no shortage of theories, and this story has become one of the most talked about celebrity discussions in recent memory. Whether you think these rumors are completely overblown or believe there may be more to the story, people clearly have strong opinions on both sides of the debate. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the claims surrounding Blue Ivy's Nanny and the rumors that have been circulating online? Do you think there's any truth behind the speculation, or is this another case of social media running wild with theories? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Also, don't forget to check out my next video for even more celebrity drama and trending stories.